Minnesota guards it well and forces Luka to kick the ball out. And a three-pointer, and it's a much better start. Shooting threes for Dallas today as Luka drains one. As you and I and Brian talked about the other day, Mavericks certainly want to run the ball more. Here's a three-point try by Karl-Anthony Towns. He made his first three the other day. Remember that this summer, Karl-Anthony Towns played in the FIBA World Cup for the Dominican Republic. His late mother was Dominican, and he's played his international basketball for the Dominican Republic. As you see, Grant Williams hit a three. Edwards the dime, Conley the three, and it's 8-6 Minnesota. Lively catches and finishes from Luka.
Sometimes you got to rebound in numbers.
Lively barely got himself back in bounds and then turned into trouble. Towns steals it and then manages to go down to the floor and make a heck of a pass to Rudy Gobert. And we just saw him knock down a corner three. He didn't finish off the four-point play, but 70% of Josh Green's threes were corner threes last year.
The Mavs took more corner threes than just about any other team in basketball last season.
Shake Milton in the game for Minnesota. Here's Anderson coming down the lane, and it opens up at the last second, and Anderson on the up and under. Nice finish. For three, Anthony Edwards. Nice bounce. The Mavericks did not lead at all in Thursday's game. They did take an early lead tonight, but Minnesota has led for most of the first quarter.
We had a very high-powered production meeting planning out some Take That With You recordings right before this broadcast, too. Very exciting stuff.
Here is a way too open baseline, and Naz Reid takes advantage. Here's Gobert operating in a post-up situation and trying to, and successfully, overpowering Lively.
One extra shot here, one extra field goal attempt or trip to the free throw line there could be the difference between a win and a loss.
Bobby, by my count, Minnesota had a 12-0 run. Rudy G out there behind the back pass in transition. What?
You see something new every time you watch an NBA game.
Splash down, Luka for three. The
ability to knock down open shots, can do some other little things. We just saw him there stifle the Karl-Anthony Towns drive and then give the pass ahead to Luka.
Yeah. For a finish, too. Here's Rashawn Holmes off a pass from Hardaway. Holmes missing inside in a layup attempt. Running the floor is Towns, and scoring and drawing a foul as well. As we noted earlier, third last year in deflections, along with being fifth in steals per game and fourth in blocks per game. I would say that, Minnesota's two superpowers, for lack of a better term. Williams eventually did collect it. We go into the last 2 minutes now. And wow, what a pass. A laser on the bounce to Williams in a post-up position. Outside to Green, and Green beats the shot clock buzzer. And off target on that attempt from deep. Let's see if the starters can set the table for the bench players who will play the second half.
Whether that's a point guard or like Anthony Edwards, maybe an off guard or even a small forward, Josh is going to have to spend a lot of time defending on an island at the top of the arc like that.
Now Luka coming down the edge of the lane. 8 straight for Dallas.
Do you out-fight, out-muscle, out-scratch, out-claw your opponent to go get that ball? And too often last year, the Mavs just lost those 50-50 ball chances, but they're doing a much better job of that today.
Running the floor, Dante Exum scoring. Falling behind by as many as 19 points in the first half, down right now by 10, as Hardy drives and lays it in to make it an 8-point contest.
Maybe we can get into rule changes later on and propose
there
that
are.
next season to the competition.
There are some actual rule changes occurring this year, not an addition of 1 second on the shot clock periodically through the game. Naz Reid. Hardy made a three from the left wing. He'll drive it up the left side of the floor this time. Milton with the rebound. Naz Reid stays down there after falling down out of bounds, and he ends up being in the right position. He had some games over the years where I felt like Porzingis really ate his lunch and had a couple of big block shot games. But yeah, Reid last year had a 27-point, 13 rebound game. And you're also impacting young people with, not just obviously teaching basketball skills is cool. That's a great finish by Exum on the drive. They signed him to a 3-year extension. Here's Derrick Jones Jr. driving and missing on a layup attempt. Running the floor. Oh, Reid mad at the rim. Hardaway Derek Jones Jr., Dante Exum. That's the group on the floor right now for the Mavs. Matt Ryan missed a shot. We do have Matt Ryan's stories to tell at some point.
A lot of second chance points for Minnesota in this quarter as the Mavs try and make this comeback.
Throwaway, and Hardaway got back and broke up the Jordan McLaughlin alley-oop pass. This is not an alley-oop pass that will be broken up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, part of that group there as well. Going deeper down into the bench, Dexter Dennis. He made 2 threes the other day, and Dexter Dennis. Here's Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan in the paint. Nope. Follow-up, though, by Josh Minot. Time to start doing the breakdown, and I'm not quite to the stage, Bobby, where I have the whole schedule committed to memory yet. But, oh, man, what is Dexter Dennis doing out there? Jaden Hardy misses on a 3. By the way, you know, we've seen some sloppiness, but a minute ago, that was not sloppy.
8 offensive rebounds in the second half. They've turned those into 12 points. So, again, if you want to make a comeback, you've got to limit them to 1 shot.
Jaden Hardy with the drive and finishes.
Nice take.
And Jelly Walker comes in immediately, runs a pick and roll with Lively, kick out pass. Hardy for 3. But Dexter Dennis is a value player on defense. Here's a moment in transition for A.J. Lawson. Matt Ryan, he puts up a 3-pointer and it's no good. And Lawson making his presence felt with a defensive board. And Greg Brown, that is going to count right now. Not by much and not often. They didn't lead at all Thursday. But this is a chance to make it a 1-possession game. Jelly Walker, bang! His pass out is deflected. Then he chases it down. Dexter Dennis attacks the closeout. And from the 2 or 3 guys right now that the numbers just simply say they're not going to be part of the team once training camp comes to its conclusion, as Greg Brown makes it a 3-point game with the dunk.
Absolutely, and like you said, Mark, maybe a couple of the guys that don't make the final roster will be on the Legends.
Yep.
And
okay,
guys,
he was 5th in the country in scoring last year in college basketball. This is a head of steam for Dacian Nix. Follow attempt inside, and that will fall. Tyrese Martin. Shot, and there you see the last seconds go off the clock. And so it's done and dusted. Minnesota won by 12.